At power forward, Luke Madden. At the other forward position, Josh Richardson. At shield, Dwayne Wade.
These fans are dead.
At the other guard position, Goran Dragic.
Oh, there's somebody up.
At center, Hassan Whiteside.
I like Hassan Whiteside.
The head coach of the visiting team is Eric Spoelstra.
Oh, here we go.
For a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. To take a look at the Pacers going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
And offensively as well as defensively, guys, they've been the better team in their first two meetings. I'm sure they know that a sweep of the season series is a real possibility.
I don't know if you have a coin there, but the other side of it would be that their opponent has been licking its wounds from the first two outings, plotting revenge.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Wade, the two playmakers in the guard spots. Luke Babbitt is out there with Richardson, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Heat shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Here's the great one. Pass to Big Dog. Indiana moving it around. Passes it to Flash, and stolen by Richardson. Dragic with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Here's Flash. His last outing, he had 8 points. This is to Preds. There's the pass to Kaner Medley. He feeds it to Preds. Pocket 6. Pass to Big Dog. Beyond the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Big Dog's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team's schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. Here's Reed, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
And Whiteside stays right with it.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Passes it to Kaner Medley. Over in the corner, Prez. Here's Bottoms. Richardson covering. Goes up on the high post. Offensive rebound. Here's Babbitt. Got a hand on it. Now here's Prez. Richardson covering. Pass to Flash. Here's Big Dog. Jacks up a three. Babbitt grabs the board. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Dragic, and he converts the layup. Dragic has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, getting the ball off the dribble to the bucket is one of Dragic's strengths. You can't afford to let him get that close to the rim, or he's going to get you.
Here's the great one. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
That's a silky smooth form of Josh Richardson on the perimeter. His jumper looking reliable in this one.
To stop the run, Goran Dragic grabs the board.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Makes it off the glass. Bottoms got his first basket of the night.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And so here is Indiana, following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Over in the corner, Prez. Over to the wing. And Flash gets it to go. Flash has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
There's the feed to Babbitt. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint. You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now here's Dragic. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. He said that interior presence is #1 on their list defensively. Told me that they have to make it difficult inside and close out the passing lanes to prevent easy looks in the paint. We'll see if that works for him, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Wade dishes to Whiteside. Up and in for the basket, #4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Now here's Prez. Picked up 36 points in the last one against Milwaukee.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime. Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Now here's Dragic. Knocks it loose. Whiteside kicks to Dragic. All by himself. Here's Flash. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Well, Eric Spoelstra known for being a player's coach, but he also isn't afraid to dish out some tough love. Oh!
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Wade outside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest 2 guards to ever play.
And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles. Boy, has has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Dragic. He's tightly guarded. The 15-footer. That one doesn't drop. Indiana leading by 4. Here's the great one. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's a good screen. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Easy layup after coming off the pick. And now a 6-point Indiana lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
He dishes it to Babbitt. Wade outside. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Pacers.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Now Prez. The pass to Big Dog. Lets it go from deep. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Feeds it to Wade. Baseline try. Here's Whiteside. Good work there as it goes. Whiteside's got 11 points.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Here's Flash. 10 points for him. That's the Big Dog. Here's Reed. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Heat take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Back to Wade. The dish to Babbitt. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Yeah, they were up against a team that struggled all night to get things under control. Mistakes and turnovers and just sloppy play all game long.
Inside and stolen by Whiteside. Wade passes to Babbitt. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game level intensity.
Johnson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Passes it to Big Dog. Pulls up from the corner. Babbitt grabs the board.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Johnson dishes to Dragic. Johnson sets the screen for Dragic. Unloads from 13. No good on that one. And Indiana will come the other way.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And here is Craig. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana again missing. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Picked his pocket. Now here's Craig. Richardson covering. Here's Keener Medley. From outside, off the mark. Miami trailing.
No big ass, no, you can't get no three.
There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Whiteside, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
There's Bottoms. He's covered by Whiteside. Here's Reed. They grab their own miss from downtown. Ball's not loose.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, so they take the lead. Babbitt's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Heat.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
It's deflected, but he stays with it. Keener Medley misses, and the dry spell continues.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
We've got more in store for you right after this. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the games.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Their efforts have been rewarded here after one. Winning the battle over second chance points has them ahead on the scoreboard.
For Miami, look at who they've got out there. Waiters and Winslow are the wing. Johnson is out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Dragic into the one. Here's the screen, and Olynyk kicks the Dragic. Back to Olynyk. Waiters for three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Big Dog's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Reese the pass to Flash. Here's Keener Medley. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. Highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Take a look at Big Dog, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. That is major productivity in the paint. I mean, they would love to get more and more of that from him going forward, because a scoring big man like that, guys, it's never easy to come by. Olynyk with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic is running. It's deflected, but they get it back. Another shot.
What's they talking about?
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth. Member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Outside Dragic. Tipped away. Here's Reed. And the layup is good. Bottom's got 8 points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting body on body.
Dragic kicks to Olynyk. That one's not going to go. Pacers leading by 5. Here's Reed. Uses both ends to slam it down.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found. Well, when you see a teammate over-rotate, you're just swinging around, the perimeter's wide open.
Indiana moving it around. Flash passes to Kaner Medley. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Waiters. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Winslow. Tries a 3. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Goes back up. Johnson's shot is off. The Pacers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Now here's Prez. D right on him. Pass to Flash. Here's the great one. He's guarded by Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Top of the key. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Heat have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Rebound by Olynyk.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
To the wing on the left. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Justice Winslow. The Pacers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He's perfect from the line this time. Brent, you certainly grew up around basketball. Your dad was a legend. Your brothers certainly played at a very high level. What kind of advantage do you think that gave you, if any, as your career was progressing?
That's funny, Kevin. I can't get away from it. I'm sitting next to you now and we're watching basketball.
I know it. It is.
The advantage, I think, is just absorbing all of that stuff. Maybe on a subconscious level, that you're taking in everything about what the profession was going to represent for you, if in fact you got there, and thank goodness I did.
Well, I always sense you had a very wide view. Your lens was always wide, capturing as much as you could gather.
Yeah, it was like a 10 to 22 on any camera.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters. Indiana leading by 5. Here's Flash. 10 points for him. To the paint. Now the pass to Kaner Medley. Shoots the three. With the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bottoms got the lead up to 7 now for the Pacers.
That's a nice tip, and you can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Prez. And finish off by Prez.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Got a piece of it. Big dog. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. In the corner, Winslow with it. And Olynyk kicks to Waiters. Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by Johnson.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. One of the great stories here, Big Dog getting it done today.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting them.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Indiana. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And checking out Miami, 3 games behind.
And right now for Miami, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating for them so far this year. Anytime it's appeared that they're ready to break out, they suffered some sort of regression, and it has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Prez with the bucket. Dragic with it. He kicks to Johnson. Waiters gets a wide open look, and again it's the Heat missing.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
Dragic dishes to Johnson. And the shot falls short this time.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Here's Bottoms. He's got 18. 4 on the shot clock. But they'll get another chance. Flash passes to Reed.
Scratcher there, and you wonder now how much control really does the coach have over this team?
Outside Dragic. Now here's Waiters. Defense right on him. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for the Pacers.
And you look at the chart, and you see they have done a lot of their damage in the mid-range game. So often teams will try to force everything at the hoop or only rely on the 3 to score, but they have seen what the defense is giving them and taken every open look they've found.
Free throw, good. Waiters. Each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to draw up a play to get you 1 bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So yes. I could get James Harden to the line, and then 1 LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
Dishes at the Coliseum. Shoots over Dragic. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Dwayne Wade still possesses a relentless ability to attack the rim. D has no choice but to foul.
First free throw is good. Indiana making some changes. Turner comes in for Bottoms, and it's Leaf in for the great one. And Miami with a change here, too. Richardson, he's checked in for Waiters. Good on both.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
Now, here's Stevenson. He are nothing yet on the scoreboard. Turner with the screen. And Stevenson kicks to Sabonis. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Leaf. Off target from outside. The Heat trail by 13. And Dragic has it in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. Miami keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Looks like Josh Richardson is always seeking a shot. This time looking for contact as well.
The Heat have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. The Pacers making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in. Here's Leaf. Good on the triple. Leaf's got his first 3 points of the game.
Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
Wade up top. He's guarded by Stevenson. Johnson the screen. Wade dishes to Whiteside. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And that's 13 points for Hassan Whiteside.
You can't allow Whiteside to get the basketball inside the paint like that. He is lights out from that close.
Here's Leaf. From deep. Miami grabs the miss.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. From deep 3-point range, the rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
Leaf. It's offline from half court.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
There's the steal. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Leaf's got the ball. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Pacers up by 9. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. James, you came out, you were really productive. In fact, the whole bench was productive.
Yeah, of course, you know, that's what the second unit's for. We go hard in practice. We know we can play with the best of them, and we just want to give our first guys the first group a lift.
You certainly did, James. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal. And this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. In the second quarter, they turned on the afterburners, making a big charge to jump ahead and build a 9-point lead for themselves at halftime. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times, it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Now the third quarter has to get going. It's been quite a game for Bottoms.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability right now. He's just simply outworking the opponent.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Stolen away. Flash out there with the great one. Then there's Big Dog, and there's Bottoms, and it's Reese in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
Here's Babbitt, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Brent, all things being equal, do you like the idea of sending everyone to the defensive glass to avoid giving away second chance points, or do you like leaking a guy or two out in transition, hoping for the best?
I don't think the leak out is a good idea at all, Kevin. You got to have 5 guys attentive to any possession. Most coaches in the NBA will tell you that a possession is not a stop until you collect the defensive rebound.
Pacers leading by 8. Tanner Medley passes to Reed, and he slams it down right on top of Hassan Whiteside.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Flash. He's guarded by Drunch. Fires the 3. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
There's the feed to Wade. Down low. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, great to see Whiteside scoring at an efficient rate out there on the floor.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. The 4th spot held by Dwayne Wade.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it truly is. You need to have scoring from that off-guard position, but with the way the point guards score nowadays, a ball mover is certainly an asset. With the way those guys spread the ball around, that's what you get.
Flash passes to Reed. Over in the corner, Prez. And finished by Prez.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Wade kicks to Dragic. Right side a screen. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Terrific screen from Whiteside. Sometimes sacrificing your body and using your size on the pick will get your teammate open.
Reese. And no good that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. Last time they met was in Miami.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And checking out some numbers for Goran Dragic. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's getting around 16 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
Right side, no good. Pacers leading by 8. Here's Flash. Here's Reese, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Prez.
He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Timeout called, the Heat. Brett, if your team won't be competing for a championship, talk about the balance between giving your first-round picks or young players the playing time they need to develop against making them earn their minutes. That's a very fragile movement back and forth.
I agree, Kevin. Such a tight rope to walk because you don't want to upset veterans on your team who still want to go out and compete on a nightly basis. And you also want to make sure that your rookies just aren't opening the door for them to go out and do whatever it is they want to do on the floor because of your team's situation. So I think that's where the communication between the coach and the staff and how it is that the player is developing, you just don't dole out the minutes for that player's progression.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
It's intercepted. Here's Flash. Big Dog, the pass to Reed. Tries again. Good work defensively by Whiteside. The Heat trail by 10. Now Dragic. He feeds it to Wade. Knocked away. Now the Pacers moving it up. And that one drops. And 11 points for Prez.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
And finish off by Prez.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Whiteside.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
The Heat trail by 16. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Poked away. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Kaner Medley. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Even in the later stages of Dwayne Wade's career, he continues to draw contact and get easy points from the free throw line.
For Miami, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Heat. And he sinks the second. Pacers leading by 15. Here's Flash. He's got 10. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Goran Dragic. Indiana shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for 2.
That free throw missing. Waiters, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Good on the second free throw. And here is Waiters. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And again, it's the Heat missing.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Frez with the ball. He's got 15. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Took the lead by Indiana.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
And the dunk by Winslow.
Some tenacity on the attack there by Justice Winslow. A monster finish.
And mostly with Whiteside on the offensive end. He's there to clean up the misses, finish a play with a dunk.
And the footwork of Whiteside continues to improve. He does a really good job of shielding the ball when stepping through towards the rim and gets himself in great position to collect lobs when the guys on the perimeter find some space in the gaps. And that's a huge target to throw the ball up to.
And the Heat call time here.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
We can lose and give it up.
Look at the 2K leaderboard to see which point guards have been playing the best perimeter defense during the last month. Well, you look at Flash, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
And all those swipes have come for him because of that endless energy with which he plays on the defensive end. I mean, whoever he's guarding, he sticks to them like glue on the perimeter.
Yeah, it's like wearing a bad suit. You can't get it off you. I don't care how good your handles are. He's going to get his share of steals each and every night. That's a guarantee. If they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. And there are a lot of things to like about Hassan Whiteside's game, but one is his focus on his ability to rebound.
Well, so many nights where you look at the stat sheet and Whiteside collecting 15, 18, 20 rebounds. That is a guy who's dominating the glass, and that can give you confidence as a defender that your big man is going to take care of any miss.
Indiana leading by 13. Here's Reese. And he's good on the three ball. Perez has got 13 points in the second half.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
Right side of screen. Raiders for three. They get it back. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 9 points in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Flash. 10 points for him. From deep three-point range, and Winslow pulls it down. The Heat trail by 14. He dishes it to Bennett. The tray. The Heat keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Waiters for three, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Flash. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And that's a foul called on Bottoms. That's his third foul of the game.
And gets physical on the boards and just really pays for it with the over-the-back call.
Well, he gets blocked out is what happens. Good fundamentals taking advantage of the over-aggression on that play.
Turner's checked in for Indiana. Heat also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. And the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Here's Flash, and Whiteside sends it back. Waiters outside, and Dragic has it in the corner. And again, Miami with the triple.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Reese. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Perez has got 21.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Winslow wide open. He fires. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Perez. Covered by Winslow. Now here's Perez. He's got 21. And Whiteside sends it back. Waiters right side. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
We know about him being the 4th overall pick in the draft, and Waiters still trying to find a role on this team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Waiters. And both free throws good for Waiters. Indiana leading by 7. Now Perez. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Johnson, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. Pacers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game. Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Here's Winslow. Pacers with the rebound. Bottoms got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Now here's Perez. Defense is right there. The shot by Turner, no good.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. That's 10 points for James Johnson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Reese. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And a moment here to see the numbers for the great one. Getting around 12 points a game, 11 assists, and almost 3 steals. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes, too. He's just harassing you 94 feet and does not give you an inch.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Johnson kicks to Winslow. Feeds to Waiters. Expanding his range. That's in. And the Pacer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Winslow.
All those hours in the offseason working on the catch-and-shoot jumper, it pays off there. And he shoots it with confidence. It looks good.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1. And the Heat making a change here. Olenek's checked in. The Pacers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The Heat trail by 7. Loose. Dragic with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers shooting a troubling 38% in the fifth. Not the finest work of this offense. And stolen by Whiteside. They get a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's Reese. No good off the front iron.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
About that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Hassan Whiteside. And Indiana shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. And here is Prez. He's got 23. Shot clock at 6. From deep. The shot will not fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Pacers lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
They're getting us out of stuff. They caused
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. T-Wade out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Pacers leading by 5. That's to Kaner Medley. No one near Prez as he lets it go. It's good from long range. Prez has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pacers. Here's Wade. The dish to Whiteside. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 5 assists in the game. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Yeah, it's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
The Heat trail by 6. Passes it to Olynyk. Johnson the screen, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there.
Now the Pacers with it. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Richardson. It's rebounded by Indiana.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make them.
Kaner Medley passes to Flash. Here's Reed, and it's blocked by Whiteside. They get it back. Now on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. That one's on Johnson. That free throw good from Prez. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. That's tipped, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Wade outside. Knocked loose, and it's the Indiana Pacers turning it over again. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Gainer Medley.
Dwayne Wade, the best shot-blocking two-guard this game has ever seen. Add another one to the total.
And Flash gets it to go.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Wade kicks to Johnson. It's deflected. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Reese. The three-pointer, no good. The Heat trail by 11. Kicks to Johnson. That shot missing.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
And he's just working and working and working. Tireless.
But they recover it.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here. Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Pass to Flash. Puts up a three. Knocks down the three ball. And the Pacers lead by 12.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Timeout called. The Heat. Prez really making a difference here.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for the Heat. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin will see if they have enough to get it done.
To the wing right side. Jacks up a three. And Indiana, another three.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Knocks it loose. Now the Pacers moving it up. Ahead, here's Reese. Miami grabs the miss. Wade's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Another miss by Johnson.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this...
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. To the paint, here's Wade. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pacers leading by 17. Here's Reed. Babbitt grabs the board. Babbitt's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Richardson dishes to Whiteside. Turner with the steal. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Not sure if physically you could put Whiteside's game in a nutshell. A guy who hustles and tracks down hard rebounds and then turns them into easy points for his team.
And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Johnson. 6 points for Wade.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Outside Turner, and there's the pass to Gainer Medley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Flash. Richardson covering. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Goran Dragic is checked in for James Johnson. The Heat trail by 15. Dragic with it. Poke loose. Shot from 12. Richardson, no luck.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Prez. And finish off by Prez.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Right side against Turner. From deep, Richardson.
And the shooting percentage, it's taken a dip in this second half.
Richardson missing again. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. Now here's Dragic. Knocked away. Turner with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's Flash. Wade with the block. And he recovers it. First one falls for him.
At the line for two.
He hits both from the stripe.
And they're doing a very good job at the line this half.
The Heat trail by 21. Outside Dragic. In the corner, it's Richardson. Here's the floater. It's rebounded by Prez. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see that coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Splash, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And Miami called for the foul. Hey, Brent, in other sports, later draft picks often become all-star level players. That seems to be much more rare in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure, Kevin, and there are a lot of great finds for NBA teams in the second round and even late into the second round as guys who make solid contributions, not only to their team right away because they might be more mature players that are passed over because the young guys show potential. I think that scouts do a great job of finding that rare talent. Maybe they're selected a little bit more early than they would be in previous drafts. There's much more information out there for GMs to get at.
Pass to Reed. 6 to shoot. That one falls. Bottom's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Dragic. Here's Flash. From deep. Look at that shot.
Oh, man, he did not just do that.
Oh, outside Dragic. Babbitt from long range. It's rebounded by Indiana. The Great Ones got 5 rebounds tonight. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about. To bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft, teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play, too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Olynyk. Josh Richardson comes in for Justice Winslow. Wade, he's checked in for Waiters. And it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson.
D-Wade.
Hassan, down.
And it's Wade in the corner. Off the screen. That shot is off. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Here's Bottoms. He's covered by Whiteside.
That is not possible. Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like impossible, like you said. Now Dragic poked away. Here's Flash. So the value of NBA teams now on average over $1 billion each if you include all the different things they have and run. And Brent, when you take a look at that and take that into consideration, what are some of the big things the league has done to generate such growth?
Well, I think this is where you have to commend both David Stern and Adam Silver in terms of being progressive with how in touch they are with the game of basketball, addressing it internationally much better than the NFL has done it, in my opinion, over the course of the past 2 decades, where they know they've got this tremendous fan base, not only in Europe, but certainly in Asia and China, and they're more than willing, Kevin, to go to those markets, expose those players, and get them enthusiastic and excited about what our game offers.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
.146 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
No doubt. His success converting around the rim is largely due to the one thing he does better than most, and that is fly.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a valiant win for Indiana.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Big Dog.
I just loved his defense. He took pride in swatting away a bunch of shots tonight and made his impact felt.
Here's Flash.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Oladipo comes in for Prez. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for the Great One. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Waiters against Stevenson. Waiters passes to Johnson. Pacers with the rebound. And Indiana can just let the clock run down here. And here's Oladipo. With the jam.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-chink.
Right. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance.